In this workshop, we will talk about approval process, as I mentioned. As you know, approval process is a type of the business process that includes steps to formally approve work from different level of the organization. As you know, the work can include budgets, invoices, project outlines, marketing invitations, and any other items that need the series of approval from different departments. And generally, we use approval process for opportunity discount approval, quota approval, expense approval, or offer letter approval, and leave request approval. I think you most common with the leave request approval, but today we will make an opportunity discount approval today, and we will automate it with an flow. Our scenario is we will create an approval process for an discount. If the discount is over than 5%, we will send it to our manager. If it's more than 7%, and then we will send it to the CEO. For this, we have some prerequisites. One of them is we will create a discount field, and we will create one discounted amount field, and of course, for a pick list for the discount approval status. Let's start with creating that prerequisites. Object manager on opportunity. And field and relationship, of course, new. First, I will create an amount field, which is percent, data type. Let's label it as discount. And length is 3 is enough, I think. No need to more than 3. As you know, the description and help text are the best practice. We should try it, but because of the time limitation, we will not write any description and help text. But as the best practice, you should try description and help text. As you know, description for the other admins and developer and help text for the users. What is the purpose of that discount field? We should try it, but as I mentioned, because of the time problem, we will not write any description and help text. Next, sorry, let's give discount 1. I will make it visible to everybody. And next, it will be seen all the page stats. Save and new, and I will create discounted amount. With this field, I will see if the discount is applied. I will see the new amount in that field. So that should be a formula. Let's name it as discounted amount. Its return type should be currency, because it will show any currency. It will show any currency. There can be 2 decimal. Next. In here, we will create our condition. We will create our formula. But I'm sorry, I need to create, I'm sorry, I need pick list value as well to create that formula. So I'm sorry, I will cancel it. And first I should create discount approval status. I'm sorry. I canceled it. If you try to follow me, I canceled it and I will create discount approval status first. It's pick list, as you know. Pick list. Discount approval status, let's say. And we will enter the values for the value submitted for approval. Submitted and rejected. It will be visible to all, and it will be visible on all page layouts. Let's save and leave. And now I will create my formula. Now I will create formula. Its name, discount amount. Its return type must be currency, as I mentioned before. And we can give 2 decimal because it's currency, maybe we'll need. And now we will create our formula. In here, I want to work my formula if my approval status is approved. So I will write a formula to calculate this. As you know, I said if it's pick list value, if the our pick list value is approved, actually our approval status approved. So we will use pick list value. So we need, if we want to use the pick list value, we, as you know, we should use is pickable function. Sorry, yeah. Is pickable function, pick list field. I will select from insert field our approval status is, if it is approved, sorry, yeah, if it's approved, and then I just want to make calculation. So I just give the condition is pickable, discount approval status is approved, and then what will I do? I will write any condition. So explaining or calculating this, we need if condition for here. So let's add at the beginning if condition function, sorry. If logical test, we created our logical test first. Let's cut it, and for logical test, paste it to here. If our discount approval status is approved, and then we will write a value. What will be the value? I will insert our amount. Yeah. From amount, we will subtract our amount multiply discount. Let's make it in parentheses because it has minus. So in this part, we will see amount minus amount multiply discount. It will show us to the discounted amount. If it's false, we will write that if it's false, I will show as a 0. If it doesn't calculate it, it will show as 0. Let's check syntax. It seems okay. Next. Visible. Next. And save. We created our executives, and now we will start our approval process. Let's go back to home page, home setup home, and approval process. Of course, we will make it on opportunity, and we will say create an approval process, and I will use standard setup wizard because I want to see all this process. Let's name it as approval process for discount. Again, I will not write. Sorry, I will not write description because of the time limitation. Sorry, yeah. Next. In here, if you want to write any entry criteria, we can add it to here. If you don't write any criteria, and then all the records will come to our approval process. But I want to make approval process if our discount is more than 5%. So I will make if the amount discount amount, sorry, if the discount is greater than 0.5, or let's say equal, greater than or equal. So if our discount amount is greater than or equal 5%, and then it will come to our approval process. And I will say next. In this part, for next approval, determined by who will determine the next approval. We can select manager to select the next approval automation. Use approval fields of the opportunity owner. If you want to use, we can select this one here. Record editability properties. In here, as you know, we have two options. If we select the first one, only admin can edit the record during the approval process. If we select the second one, admin or the current assigned approver can edit the records during the approval process. But we generally use admins only can edit record during the approval process. Let's say next. And here. This one for notification template. For example, we will create 2 steps. If the first step completed and the second step is assigned, this an email. If you select an email template, the email template will be sent to the approver. Or for example, if for the entry criteria is if entry criteria matched, so if it's go to the first approver, and then it will have he will have a email. You assigned a new you assigned a new approval process, something like that. You can create an email template, but again, because of the time limitation, I will not create an email template. So next. And here, when an approver will approve the approval process, he or she will see a page similar to that one. Which fields should be seen on approval request? We can select from available fields. For example, opportunity name, opportunity owner, and discount. Let's add some other one, discount amount, approval status. And that's at stage as well. Which fields would you like to show to your approver? You can select here, or you should select just which fields are required. Okay, because there's no need to show all the opportunity records for approver or manager. Just what the manager needs, we should select here to that fields. If we click display approval information addition to the field selection above, and then we will see the approval history when the approval request come to our approver. He will see that part. If you don't click that part, he will not see the history. For here, allow approval access approval page only from with Salesforce application or any other external wireless enabled mobile device. We will select. We recommend actually to allow for just for Salesforce application. Next, and here initial submitter, who can send to the that any record to the approval. We will select opportunity owner because we are working on opportunity, and we will say opportunity owner, but you can add any other user or whoever you want. Okay, you can add, you can give permission to any user who you want, or any role. You can give, you can add to the send to the submit to approval process, but just opportunity owner is enough for this one. And save. In here, now it asks, what would you like to do now? You can select, I would like to create an approval step now. You can say, I will do later, just show me the condition now. Or you can say, take me to back the listing and all approval process for this object. I will say, I will see, I want to see the last condition, if there's any problem or not. So I will say, take me to the approval detail page. I'm sorry. And now we can see our summary here. Process name, approval process for discount, and opportunity if there's an entry criteria if the discount greater than or equal 5%, and admin can only edit after submit, and initial submitter can just opportunity owner can start submission or approval process, let's say, and we can see the summary of the what we have done until now. And as you know, there is initial submission action, approval steps, final approval action, final rejection action, and recall actions. In here, if entry criteria are matched, and if our approval process will work, at the first step, this initial submission action will start. So we will, when you click on submit for approval, and then these first actions, initial submission actions, will realized. For example, we can add a new task, we can add a new email alert, we can add field update, or we can send outbound message. For this one, I will just make, I just want to make field update. Let's say update is to submitted. Normally we recommend the right description. Field update, in here, which field would you like to update? Of course, we want to update stage, not stage, sorry, it's discount approval status, sorry. And discount approval status, we will make it to the submitted for approval, a specific value, and I will save it. Now, when opportunity owner click on submit for approval, and then if the entry criteria are matched, its status will be submitted for approval. And next, final approval action. In this section, when our record is approved, these actions will happen. So we can add field update again. Update is approved. And I will update my sorry. I should change submitted. This should be approved, not submitted. Sorry. Yes, please. Clarusway. I don't know who is Clarusway, but is there a question? Okay, I think there was a mistake. So I will select submitted, but then I will change it. I'm sorry, I was it was a mistake. It should be approved, not submitted. Submitted for approval, approved and rejected. I will select just submitted, but it should be approved. I will change it. Save. Let's change it first. So come on. I'm sorry. Okay, cancel. I should change it. Come on, yeah. It's here, yes. I will edit it from submitted to approval. Approved, sorry. Let's refresh it. And then I will update it. Edit. And approved. Now we can continue. For the final approval action, you can send an email alert, you can send outbound message, or you can add any task. Let's add some task for as a sample. Assign to owner. Opportunity owner. And subject, call the opportunity. Let's see. Call the opportunity. Due date, let's say rule trigger date plus 1 day. Status, not started, priority high, because we want to communicate as far as ASAP, let's say. So comment, no need to, because we time is flying. Sorry, I will save it. If you want, you can protect the component, but no need to. I will save it. And now, here is final rejection action. In this part, when approver rejected our record, and then this part will, these updates will happen. When our approver reject, this updates will happen. So, or this action will happen, let's say. For this part, I will add field update again. Update is to rejected. Field discount approval status rejected. Let's add an email as well. But I will not create any email template. I will use an email template as a sample. Add new email alert. Let's say your approval request rejected. Or let's say approval status rejected. No need to your an email template. I will select any email template. Okay. And now recipient type. Who want to? I want to send it. I want to send it to the owner, opportunity owner. But from here you can select lots of there's a lots of options. You can select another one, or you can send any role, any user, or if there's an email field, you can use it as well. Or creator, you can. There's lots of options. Just I will use just opportunity owner, and as you know, here is you can add 5 email address if you want as a hard copy. And from email address, this will current user's email address. It means my email address will seen as a sender. Let's save it. And now we recollection when a user start approval process, submit his action, and then he maybe want to change any data. For example, he gave 6% discount, but then change his mind, and he said, I will say 5%, and then he can recall his approval process and change the what he want, or maybe he want to he can cancel if he recall approval process, and then if he don't start again submit the approval, and he can cancel it. For this one, if any submitter recall our approval process, and then we can again add a task, email alert, field update, or outbound message. But I just want to add field update for this one. When update this to now. When he recall the approval process, and then I will select none. Now, okay. And now we our approval process is ready. Just we need approval steps. For here, we will add the approval steps. For the first one, I will add. For the first step, amount discount, let's say discount is over 5%. Okay, its name is step 1. Next, in here, what will happen for step criteria? All the records should enter the step, or we can add any criteria here. As you know, our initial criteria, it should be more than 5%. So in here we can add 5%. Again, discount amount, sorry. Sorry, not discount amount, yes. Greater than 5%. Okay. And discount amount should be less than, let's make it greater than equal and less than 7%. And now, for this one, if the criteria met, if this step, the following criteria are met, what will do? Else, what will do? as approve the approve record, reject records. I will say go to the next step, but because I don't have this next step, so I will update it later. Next. Select approver. Who will be approver? I will select any user. Normally we mentioned it's first for the first one will be manager, for the second one will be CEO, but because of the time limitation, I don't want to create users. So I will select the users from my own. I will add, send it to the Lucian. I want to show one more thing here. If there is more than one assignee here, for example, let's assign it to my manager as well. If there is more than one approver in one step, we have two options. If we say approve or reject based on the first response, one of them, it doesn't matter, Lucien or my manager, who will first reply the message or approval process status. For the first response will be approve or reject. If we select the second one, require anonymous approval from selected approvers. If we say all selected approvers, for this condition, Lucien and my manager, two of them should approve to make it approved. But we will not use this. I will say for the first I approve or reject based on the first response. I will use this one. And now I will say I will do later. And now we have one step, but I want to add one more step. As you can see, it says there's a step here before step one. For this one, I will say discount is over 7%. Discount is over. Let's use this one and change it to 7. Step 2, next. Enter criteria. I will say if discount is greater than 7%. Okay. And now, who will be assigning? Who will be approved? I will say user, normally CEO, but I will select a user here. My manager. And let's keep on. Sorry, I can, okay. There was something I can show you, but it doesn't matter. It's not so important. And now, as you can see, if the discount amount is over than 5 and less than 7, and then this step will, this action will happen, else it will approve. And for the discount amounts over than 7%, my manager will evaluate it. He will approve or reject. Let's change this one. Show criteria. Edit. Next. As you know, there was we couldn't see go to the next step because there was only one step when we create this step. So I want if the criteria does not match, I will say go to the next step. Save it. I just update it. And now let's make a summary. We have an approval process for discount. If the opportunity discount is greater than 5%, and then our approval process will start. Just opportunity owner can submit this approval process. When our opportunity owner click on submit for approval, and then first field update will happen. It will be submitted for approval. Our status will be submitted for approval. And then if the discount amount is over 5% and less than 7%, our manager, one of the my managers, actually one of for this one, me or my manager, one of us, if approve it, it will be approved. If reject, it will be rejected. If the criteria does not match, and then it will go to the second step. The discount amount is, if the discount amount is over than 7%, and then my manager will evaluate it. He will reject or approve it. For this section, you can add approval or rejection actions. We can use add existing. For example, task, you can add a task. You can add field update. Let's create a task, call opportunity. You can add any step for approval and rejection here again. Okay, for rejection, you can add again task, email alert, field update, output message as well. I just want to show for these steps as well, you can add actions. Let's add for this one again, call opportunity, and save. And then when the approvers approve the final approved our approval process, and then field update will be our status will be approved, and task we will create, it will create a task called opportunity, and it will send to the opportunity owner. And here, as you can see, record lock, it will be locked being edited. Okay, when the record is approved, and then record will be locked. If rejected, the record will be again unlocked, and an email and email alert will be sent to the owner, and field update will be made as a rejected. When the recollection happens, our record will be unlocked again, and field update will be our status will be null. Let's activate this approval process. If you don't activate it, you can't use it. Let's go to main page. I will deactivate this one. Okay, approval process for discount. Now it's ready. We can go to our opportunity, any opportunity. I will create a new data. Opportunity name, let's say land zone. Amount, close date and date, stage, in the stage. And here is this approval status, but I will not select myself. I will write and discount, for example, 6. And I will save it. As you can see, there is amount, but there isn't any discounted amount because it will not calculate if our approval status is not approved. In here, we can submit for approval. Please review it. Submit. And as you can see, it's rejected. Why? Let's check our approval process again. It says it's rejected, but it shouldn't be rejected normally. Let's see approval process for discount. Let's edit it. Next. Maybe because of this one. It seems 5% and 7%. Maybe it needs not dots, maybe semicolon. Let's save it. I will refresh it. Let's change it to 5 and save it. Yeah, now it's submitted for approval. There should be, I mistakenly write dots, but it should be semicolon. Submitted for approval. Okay. And then we can see notification here because we said we selected as a user Lucien, so we can see the notification here for approval request. I will click on it. As you can see, we selected some fields: opportunity name, discount, discount approval status, opportunity owner, discount amount, and stage. We selected this field, if you remember, at the beginning. When an approval request come to the approver, he will see that fields what we selected at the beginning. In here, I can approve, reject, or reassign it. For this one, I will approve it. Thanks. Approve. Now it's approved, as you can see. Let's go back to the opportunity. And let's check details. As you can see, called opportunity, there's a task. As you remember, we add a task for final approval, and it's created, as you can see. Detail, let's see. For we want 5% discount, and it was that was the amount. When 5% discounts applied, the new amount is this one. It's when it's approved, and this formula field work and evaluated it. Our approvals process is working. From now on, let's make it how to make it automized. Normally, the user should click on submit for approval, but with Flow, we can make it automate. It can be automatically sent to approval if the record is if there's any record greater than 5%, then it can automatically send to the it can automatically initiate the approval process. Let's see how to make it. It's really easy. From here, Flow. Now we will create a new flow. Of course, it will be a record triggered flow. Object on opportunity. Sorry, not contact. Opportunity. When a record created, updated, create or update, I will select update. We can choose created or updated. And for entry condition, I will say and amount field, sorry, discount amount. Discount amount field is greater than or equal 5%. And now, when our flow will run or triggered, every time a record is updated and meet the condition requirement, only when a record is updated and meet the condition requirement, I want to select second one, because if he want to update when he updates approval process in action, I don't want to send it back, so I will select the second one, and I will say next. And now I will add action, submit for approval. We will select submit for approval and any label. Record ID. In here, we will add the record ID, which on which record we will use it. So from here we can say our opportunities ID. Sorry, this one. And approval process name or ID. We need to select which approval process will work when it's initiated. So let's see from here our approval process again. We will take its API name. Here it is. And next approval ID, we don't need for this one. If you want to skip entry criteria, you can select this one. Otherwise, there's no need to. We will not skip the entry criteria. Submission comment, when our approval process is submitted, and then there will be auto response. For example, records name, let's say, has been approved. And submitter ID, who submitted this record? Of course, opportunity owner for this one. And again, record means opportunity owner ID. Okay. And done. That's all for making it automate the approval process. Let's save it. I will not write description for now. Let's activate it and debug. We can select any test one. I don't remember count. Yeah, where's the amount? Yeah, this one here. We can write an amount. Okay, run. Sorry, I didn't debug again. Sorry, I didn't write discount amount, so it doesn't met the entry criteria. So we should write discount amount. Let's say 6 for this one. Run. Come on. I'm sorry. Log again. Amount is okay. Yeah, it's here, sorry. Let's say 6. Run. Discount amount 0 greater than or occur. All conditions must be true and only when record is. Let me check it. Sorry, deactivate it. Sorry, not this one. Entry criteria. Why it doesn't trigger? Greater than or equal 5. So sorry, I don't know what's the matter, but it should work normally. Let's say debug again, and let's say skip for condition requirement. I don't know what's the matter. It should work now. There's an error. No applicable approval process was found. Normally, it should work this one, and we selected this one and activated. It's activated, so it should work. Why it doesn't work? Approval process discount. Approval process for discount, right? Approval process for discount. Record ID, discount. Seems okay. Why it doesn't work? Do you have an idea why it doesn't work? Back again. No applicable approval process was found. Come on, it's here. It's activate and it's active. Unique name is this one. Now it worked. What was the difference? I don't know what's the matter actually, but yeah, first one should work as well. Because I didn't change anything. Just most probably there was a space or another thing in flow. I don't know what was the matter, but it was the same. I copied the unit name and pasted it to here. Most probably there was a space or another thing in here. As you can see in here, we when we want to activate it, we select the records ID, it means opportunity ID, and approval process name. We will select the API name of our approval process. And if you want to add a next approval ID, you can add it here. If you want to skip entry criteria, you can click here and make it true. Submission comment, when it's submitted, there you can send write, and that comment will be automatically written to the comment field, and submitter ID will be opportunities owner ID. and done again. Save as, save, and activate. Now it's active. When we create a new record, let's create a new opportunity. Let's make amount. Right. This one, date and date. Opportunity name. And I will set field just mandatory items, required fields. Let's make this count 5. Now let's save it. Let's see the details. Not this one. Come on. I'm sorry, what? It was seems okay when it's active. It was seems okay when I debug it. That's right. Change it to 6. Save. Come on. Did you see what can be the mistake? It seems okay when I debug it. And it's an entry criteria. It should be greater than 5. Let's make it none. All because we already have approval process initial actions, initial criteria. So I will cancel it, and now I will activate again. It should work when update or created. So yeah, it's now worked. But I don't know actually the problem. What was the problem? Come on, did we say equal here? It was the problem here, but I think we selected greater, but most probably it was here. As you can see, the main purpose is when we write the appropriate record, it's automatically started the approval process without need to submit for approval. Okay, that's all. I'm sorry for the unwanted mistakes. And I hope you understand some valuable information as well. Thanks so much for your patience.
Thank you, Lucian. Ladies and gentlemen, we had an insightful day today, digging deep into the powerful potential of Salesforce Flow to streamline our approval process. Today, our journey was not confined to merely learning how to craft solutions using Salesforce Flow. Equally importantly, we dove into the art of troubleshooting, thanks to the Lucian. Troubles are always happening, but the art of troubleshooting is important, and he showed how to troubleshoot. By this, you armed yourself with the necessary skills to tackle any potential challenges that may arise in the future. But remember, learning is a journey, not a destination. Before we wrap up, I have two exciting opportunities to share aimed at bolstering your journey in Salesforce. Firstly, for those of you at the beginning of your Salesforce voyage, I want to share an incredible resource. We have created a free, comprehensive 3-step program that's perfect for beginners. This program will lay a strong foundation for you and help navigate the initial steps of your Salesforce adventure with ease and confidence. You can register for this program free at salesforcea.com. I'll be sharing the link for this shortly, but here is the kicker. When you complete the program, there's a surprise gift waiting for you, and trust me, you will love the value it adds to your learning journey. Now, for those of you who are seeking to accelerate your Salesforce learning, I have another great recommendation. Clarusway, a renowned platform known for its comprehensive training, is a great place to amplify your Salesforce expertise. They have a track record of transforming their students into Salesforce wizards. I will be sharing the application link soon, and I highly recommend considering this opportunity. Joining Clarusway not only offers an opportunity to fast-track your learning, but also provides a vibrant community of learners and experts to engage with, thereby enriching your learning experience. I would encourage each one of you to consider becoming a student at Clarusway. Remember, in the realm of knowledge, every step forward is a step towards success. In conclusion, thank you for all being such an engaged and enthusiastic audience to be here. The passion I witnessed today of Lucian and the participants reaffirms my belief in the potential of Salesforce and the power of continual learning. Keep exploring, keep learning, and remember, the journey of mastering Salesforce is a marathon, not a sprint. As we part ways today, I hope that seeds sown here will germinate into a tree of knowledge and skill that will serve you for years to come. Thank you, and here's your journey ahead with Salesforce. Stay connected, stay curious, and remember, every question you ask is a step forward on your path to success. Thank you very much, Lucian, and everyone. Have a lovely weekend. See you again with another event together.
Thanks so much.